So Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 33. We ended here last week, so we'll just do a little recap and continue. The supersoul enters into the bodies of the created beings who are influenced by the modes of material nature and causes them to enjoy the effects of these modes by the subtle mind. So supersoul enters the body where the soul is residing already. So soul and supersoul, me, Krishna, right? Side by side. The supersoul enters there and then he enables us to enjoy the material modes, the material world, the way it has been built. He hides himself in our heart so that we don't have to see him because we left him to be here. So he understands that we want to enjoy on our own. And that's why he knows we can't live without him. We can't do anything without his help. So he hides himself in our heart and enables us to live, breathe, digest our food, enjoy, smell, see, all of those things, and live our karma, good, bad, ugly, whatever that is, and just enable us in the way we want to live our lives. So this aspect of Krishna as super soul is a true meaning of what it means to renounce. We know Krishna has many qualities, many opulences, right? The 6 primary opulences are, does anybody remember?
Renunciation, bro.
That's one of them. What are the 6 opulences of Krishna? One is renunciation, wealth, strength, fame, wisdom or knowledge. I'm missing something?
Beauty.
Beauty. Thank you. So 6 opulences of Krishna. One of them being renunciation. We wonder, Krishna has silk dhoti, he has Vaijayanti mala, he has golden mukut, he has everything. His Radharani next to him, 16,108 wives. From which angle does he look like a renounced person? So this is renunciation. Although he's, although we don't want to be with him, he is hiding himself in our heart and allowing us to live our desires, our karma, our action and reaction without being, nosy, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Of course, he sends reminders through Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, GSS, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So that's the kind of renunciation that Krishna has, that although we are enjoying all his properties, he doesn't want recognition. He doesn't even let us know that he is there until some devotee comes and says, hey, there's super soul in the heart. Did you know? He's enabling all these things. You're living on his credit card, right? He's paying for the sunlight bill. He's paying for the cloud bill. He's paying for all your bills, right? He's providing everything. Ah, really? Wow. How come I never noticed it before? Right? That's how oblivious we can be under the illusion of Maya. And some devotee comes and reminds us, wow, look at that. Krishna has been paying your credit card bills for millennia after millennia, lifetime after lifetime. So this is an aspect of Krishna's renunciation opulence, that how renounced he is, that he enters inside the body of the embodied soul and allows us to live our life in this material world. Aparna, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna. 1.2.34 Bhavyatesha satmina lokan vailoka bhavana Leela Bataranurato Devatiryan Naradeshu. Translation. Thus the Lord of the universes maintain all planets inhabited by demigods, men and lower animals. Assuming the roles of incarnations, he performs pastimes to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness.
So more, we will talk about Krishna's renunciation aspect. So not only is he in the hearts of us human beings, he is also in the hearts of demigods as Paramatma, guiding them, allowing them to live their demigod lifestyle. Now that's kind of nice, one might say. But then imagine being in the hearts of lower animals, snakes, right? We'll go a little dirty right now. Dung beetle, right? Let's get even more dirty. The bacteria and the amoeba that's in the stomach, right? It's literally, it's like icky stuff. When we throw up, we're like, yo, that's my own vomit, but I can't even tolerate it. But within that vomit, there are so many microbes. In each one of their hearts, there's Paramatma. Imagine that. Krishna has not left us. Even though we might be, because of a karma, suffering in multiple, lifetimes. A pig eats stool, right? And super soul is there in the heart of the pig. That is how loving Krishna is, and that is how renounced Krishna is. That doesn't matter what situation you are in, what kind of life form you are in. I will never let you go. I will never let you be, because without me, you can't survive. So I'll be there for you, whether you want me in person or not. When you want me in person, I'll be in front of you. Like it is said that for those in pure goodness, Krishna does pastimes to attract them back. He performs pastimes to reclaim those in mode of pure goodness. So when Krishna comes, he does his activities, and seeing his activities or hearing his activities, people get attracted to Krishna. Those who are in goodness, at least. Those who are in passion, they're like, whatever, okay. Whenever I need God, I'll go. And those who are in ignorance are like, oh, whatever. Who cares? Let me sleep. Let me inject this drug, etc. But the point is, Krishna's pastimes are so attractive. Rukmini, just by hearing about Krishna's pastimes, she fell in love and wrote a love letter to Krishna. Please come and abduct me on my marriage day. Save me from Shishupal. Save me from getting married to Shishupal. And Krishna comes and fulfills her desires. She's never seen Krishna, but just hearing how Krishna looks, what his pastimes are, how he smells, how his wit is, all these glorifications. If you ever want to know about Krishna's wonderful qualities, Nectar of Devotion, the forbidden chapters, we study only till the 18th chapter, but beyond the 18th chapter, if you want to be adventurous, 19th, 20th, there are small excerpts that Rupa Goswami gives about Krishna's bodily features, how his eyes are, how his shoulder is, how his chest is, how his hand is, and all that. Then it goes into Krishna's qualities, how Krishna flirts, how Krishna uses word jugglery, how Krishna is expert with different yogic siddhis. So Krishna's, of course, his glories are unlimited, so much so that Anantasesh, on whom Vishnu is not Mahavishnu, Karnadaksha Vishnu is lying down. Anantasesh, through all his hoods, he's constantly chanting different names of Krishna that are glorifying him different ways. So entire creation, 4.2 billion years? No, it's more than that. Sorry, 311 trillion, 50 billion years. 4.2 billion miles is the universe's, I guess, radius or diameter. But 311 trillion, 40 billion years. Under the sage, all those hoods chanting Krishna's holy name. Right? There was, I was hearing, I forget from what scripture, forgive me, I can't quote it, but it's still nice, so I wanted to share. It says, thank God snakes are deaf. That's why Antasesh is deaf. And that's why he can't hear all the glories of Krishna. Otherwise, he would go into ecstasy and creation would get disturbed. But even then, he's constantly chanting the holy names of Krishna. So imagine how many names of Krishna must be there, that for the entire time of creation is chanting different names of Krishna. And these names are glorifying his activities, like Yashodanandana, Nandanandana, Devaki Nandana, or Kamsa Nisudhana, right? Gopijana Vallava. There are so many. So all of them are relating to Krishna, doing something, being loved by someone, Krishna's relative. These are called primary names of Krishna, like Govinda, one who loves the cows. So primary name of Krishna. Then there are secondary names of Krishna, like Narayan, Jagannath, etc., etc. These are like referring to Krishna as God. But referring to Krishna as with his pastimes, are called primary names of Krishna. Those are very intimate names of Krishna. Just like, in Bengali families, we have Bhalo Nam and Dak Nam, which means like there is a good name that's on your passport, and then there is a calling name, a colloquial name that people call, like, small short forms. So like that, Krishna has his Narayan name for his official activities. Then he has his sweet names like Gopal, like Govinda, like Ranachor, one who runs from Makhanchor, right? These are coming from his pastime. So these are much more intimate names of Krishna. Okay, I went to a whole different zone altogether. So coming back to Krishna's renunciation and his unconditional love. So Krishna is providing not only for us, but for the most abominable of creatures, because to him they're not abominable. They're his own children. Bija pradapitaha. So for each and every living entity, Krishna as Super Soul expands himself into their hearts and is personally there with them. Now here's something else I'll tell you. Not only as Super Soul, neutral Super Soul, he's there, but it is said Krishna is having unique relationships with all his creations, with each one of us, all the souls, unlimited souls. Krishna is having reciprocal relationship with each one of us, and there is a unique quality that each one of us he has gifted us with that makes us unique. And that becomes the rasa in which Krishna has a special relationship with us. So we might think, oh, we're all the same. No, we're all special and unique. We all have a unique gift from Krishna. Imagine unlimited souls with unique gifts. And that's because Krishna likes Navarava rasa, new rasas, new flavors of relationship. So he's the supreme enjoyer. He's enjoying new flavors of relationship with new kinds of devotees. So when we connect when we do preaching and connect one devotee to Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna is very happy. Now he gets to enjoy and reciprocate with this devotee whose unique gift is not with anyone else. And Krishna is finally able to enjoy that rasa with that devotee, with that unique devotee. So that's why Krishna gives special blessings to those who preach. All right. So he performs his pastimes to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness. But he, as the Lord of the universe, as Jagannath, he maintains all planets inhabited by demigods, men, and lower animals, assuming the roles of incarnations. So he's in as Super Soul in all these 8.4 million species of life. And then for us, he is available in different incarnations, doing different pastimes as Krishna, as Balaram, as Krishna is not incarnation, Krishna as Bhagavan Swayam, as Balaram, as Narsingadev, as Lord Ramachandra, as Parshuram, as Buddha, as Matsavatar, Kurmavatar, right, Kalki avatar, and all these different avatars. He's doing different pastimes, and we keep gossiping about Krishna. Did you know Krishna did this? Did you know Krishna did that? Did you know Krishna did this? Right? That's where gossip comes from. That's the origin of all gossip. Right? Why do we like gossip about Bollywood stars and cricket stars? Because the original soul, the awakened soul, likes gossiping about Krishna. So when we don't know about Krishna, what do? Anybody who has any of the opulences of Krishna, we start gossiping about them. Right? So somebody has a lot of strength, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Somebody has a lot of beauty. Somebody has a lot of money. So we gossip. Did you know Elon Musk did this? Oh, he's going to launch this and he's going to do that. They're basically having a very small, minute, amount of Krishna's glories, and that's what makes them attractive. Now imagine all of those in fullness is in Krishna. All beauty. I don't know what that means. All beauty. If you see somebody very beautiful, just imagine that's just a spark of Krishna's beauty. So what it must be like for us to see Krishna face to face. It says in Bengali, Eshe Vrindavane Radhe Shame Pave Darshan, Gaur Kripa Holere. Like you'll get to come to Vrindavan and see Radhe Sham face to face if you get the Kripa of Gauranga. So by Gauranga's mercy, we'll get to see Krishna face to face. I can't wait for that moment. What he must be like. We'll feel very embarrassed actually, because we were comparing him to lotus. We were comparing him to, the cloud, dark rain carrying cloud. We call him blackish in complexion, We say his red eyes. We see him and we realize, oh my God, we were actually abusing him. He looks so much better than that. His qualities, his bodily form, his features, his glance. Krishna, Krishna, right? That's what we are waiting for. That's the attraction, right? When Lord Ramachandra was passing through the forest, and the 16,000 sages who later on became Krishna's wives, but in Treta Yuga, they were men. When they saw Lord Ramachandra, they couldn't look away from even one bodily part of Lord Ramachandra. Somebody's looking at his nail, can't move their eyes. The nails are so beautiful. Somebody's looking at the toes, toes are so beautiful. Somebody's looking at his hair, hair is so beautiful. Madhuram, 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 Madhuram. Everything is Madhuram. Everything is sweet, addictive, to the point that they lost their idea of man and woman and said, my dear Lord, we want to marry you. And Lord Ramachandra is like, first of all, you're men. Second of all, I'm in this, in this incarnation, I've taken Ekapatni Vrata. So I can't marry anyone other than my wife, but I will fulfill your desires. And those sages become the princesses that were abducted by Narakasura. And Krishna pulled them out one by one, one by one. And because they held Krishna's hand, they said, Krishna, nobody's going to marry us now. You held our hand, you pulled us out. Now you have to marry us. Otherwise, we'd rather commit suicide. Krishna's like, well, don't commit suicide. I'll marry you. So it was actually Lord Ramachandra's pastimes coming down to Dwapar Yuga, where their desires are being fulfilled now that they're in this female form. Princesses have good qualities. They married Krishna, and Krishna was there personally all the time in each of the palaces, giving them full attention. Right? It's not like Krishna's with one queen today, another queen today. You have to wait your turn, you have to wait for years. 16,000, imagine. No. Simultaneously, he's with all of them. Vrindavan is even more, mind-boggling. Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambhrama Sevyamano Shata Sahasra. Lakhs of Lakshmis, lakhs of gopis he's dancing with. Each gopi thinks Krishna is with me personally, giving me full attention. And he is, because he's capable of it, giving full attention, yet being with everyone. So a super soul, imagine, while he's dancing with the gopis, here he is super soul. We're thinking our stupid ideas. I want that phone, I want that watch, I want this, I want that. And he's hearing that, giving us full attention. We might not pay full attention, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, right? But he's giving us full attention. All our desires, all our thoughts, there is nothing, no shame in front of Krishna, because he knows everything. He knows it all. All our thoughts go past super soul. He knows. So before even praying, sometimes our desires are fulfilled. We don't have to pray. Krishna knows. He's in the heart. So that's Krishna. That's his glory. So for us, he's doing these incarnations, just so we feel attracted to him. And yuge yuge he comes, right? What is that verse? Anybody remembers?
Kind of remember.
Yes, please try.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. I forgot the verse number, Prabhu.
That's okay. So chapter 4, I think. So that's how yuge yuge Krishna is coming, trying to attract our hearts. Paritranam sadhunam vinashacha dushkritam. First he says sadhunam, that first to attract the devotees. That's priority for him. Vinashacha dushkritam, killing the demons, is secondary. It's like, by the way, I'm here anyway, might as well kill the dushkritis. But most important thing to Krishna is attracting our hearts. And then he leaves his devotees. He leaves his books. He leaves his words for us. The Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. He has left these things so that we can find that trail back, like the treasure trail that we see in the movies. There is this map, treasure map, that is there buried under the tree. Somebody will go dig it out and then find their way to the treasure. So no worries, you're not born when Krishna was there. No worries, you were not born when Lord Chaitanya was there. Still, he has left a blueprint for us. He has sent his messengers, and thus we have access. All right. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purport for the first canto, second chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Divinity and Divine Service. Any questions? All right. So we
Hare
will start.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, a quick question. See, most of the, most of the instances, it's been told that, one needs a Gauranga mercy to get the special, darshan of Krishna and so on and so forth. Just wanted to understand, Prabhu, why it is so actually. What is so special about Gauranga mercy, and how does it connected there?
So, well, Radharani is access to Krishna. Directly approaching Krishna is kind of difficult. But with Radharani, with all our faults and impurities and whatnot, we don't know if we can get Krishna's attention. We might not. But when Radharani makes a recommendation, things happen. So Lord Gauranga is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So he's extremely merciful. So Krishna is saying, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamikam Sharanam Vraja. He's saying, surrender unto me. And Gauranga's form, because Radharani, he's telling Lord Nityananda, go and knock on every door and give them the love of Godhead. So that merciful nature is specifically for something very special. That very special is Vraja Prem. Vraja Prem is not accessible to anyone. Vraja Prem is not even accessible to Lakshmi Devi. When there was Raslila happening, Lakshmi Devi wanted to enter it. The gopis didn't let her enter. Why? Because she's in Aishwarya mood. So the Vraja Prem requires a certain mood, a certain level of love for Krishna, a certain flavor of love for Krishna, which is given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when we get that flavor of conjugal love for Krishna, seeing Krishna as our lover, that is only accessible through Lord Chaitanya. Nobody else gives that access. By that mercy, we can see Krishna as Krishna in Vrindavan, like the gopis see him. Otherwise, Narayan, he's a little further away. Krishna in Vrindavan is not far away. He is right there. You can hug him. You can touch his lotus feet. You can play with him. You can feed him. That is Krishna. He's accessible that intimately only in Vrindavan to his near and dear ones. And Lord Chaitanya makes us his near and dear ones. And that is why we get to be in Vrindavan. Otherwise, Vrindavan is nobody's business. It is Krishna's personal life. No one has access to that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's rare incarnation, once in 1000 yoga cycles, allows us that entrance into the most intimate aspect of Krishna, his personal life. Does it answer your question, Praveen Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
You have a follow-up question?
No, Prabhuji. I think.
You don't sound very satisfied. That's why I'm saying.
No, I'm satisfied, Prabhuji. Yeah. I think I was just actually, thinking about our visit to Vrindavan. In fact, I was in that this one actually. I was trying to connect with whatever you just said. Yeah, it is absolutely. I can relate. Only through that access only we were able to get so much intimacy with the Krishna Prabhuji.
Imagine how close we were to Govardhan. Like this
Absolutely.
close. We were walking and touching Govardhan.
Yes. On the barefoot we were walking. Oh, Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Yes, Shad Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. मेरा एक question है basically. What I'm saying is, what is the difference between Bij mantra and normal mantra? For example, I have seen so many mantras regarding Krishna. For example, I don't want to right now publicly say the mantras, but Hare Krishna is the normal mantra, and there is like normal. See,
Hare
I'm
Krishna
saying
is Maha Mantra. It has
right.
all Bij mantras in it.
Okay, but the thing
It
is,
is
why
the
there is a
mantra.
difference?
There is nothing more than Hare Krishna. It can be
Okay,
publicly chanted.
okay,
Now, Bij mantra is something that is given in the ear of the disciple by the Guru, who's initiating. But that doesn't mean Bij mantra is more than Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
okay, okay,
Maha Mantra means that mantra which has all mantras in it. Entire Vedic knowledge is in the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's not a normal mantra Golokera Premadhana Harinam Sankirtan. The
Okay.
16-syllabled mantra, Padma Puran says, is the highest mantra that can ever be. And that is the only way in Kali Yuga people can get access to liberation.
Okay.
Bij mantra is something that is more for initiation, for purposes of, ritualistic purposes, which are also very powerful, like Gayatri mantra and Gopal Tapani mantra. There are many Bij mantras out there. But there's only one Maha Mantra, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
So, anybody can take any of those. I mean, there is no difference, right?
There is difference. There's definitely difference. For example, the South Indians, they chant Vishnu Sahasranam. Right? And there are people who chant other mantras. So they have their moods. Vishnu Sahasranam will take you to Lord Narayan. It's glorifying Lord Narayan's form. Whereas the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is dealing with Radharani and Krishna, Golok Vrindavan. It is leading to Gopi Bhav, conjugal love for Krishna.
Okay.
And
And
there are no rules for chanting. There are no
Oh.
regulations for chanting. All you got to do is receive it. Receive it from the right disciplic succession. If you don't receive it from the disciplic succession, then it won't work. Its efficacy is not there unless you receive it from the Guru Shishya Parampara coming from Brahma Madhava Gauriya Sampradaya.
Okay. Okay. But there is a people saying this. If you chant Vishnu Sahasranam in the morning and Lalita Sahasranam in night, there is a different frequency out there on these two mantras. So how this is different from if I chant Hare Krishna in the morning or evening? I mean, it's a there is no specific time for Hare Krishna. You can chant. I used to chant
For
like.
Kali Yuga,
Mm-hmm.
the Yuga Dharma
Mm-hmm.
is chanting the holy name of Krishna. So
Okay.
whether you say Allahu Akbar, God is great, whether you say Vishnu Sahasranam, whether you say, some other name of God, chanting of the holy name is the only way. In any religion, in any form, chanting of the holy name is the only form of purification in Kali Yuga. Of those holy names, the Vedas, various Puranas, various Upanishads point to the 16-syllabled Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to be the most powerful of all those mantras. Since we live short lives, and back in the days, we used to live for 10,000 years, 1 lakh years, multiple yoga cycles people could live. We don't live that long anymore. And in Kali Yuga, our lifespan is 100 years, and hardly any of us, reach that. So in that short period, the most powerful and potent form of mantra has been given to us, according to scriptures. Srimad Bhagavatam, as we study it, we will see that, right? It refers to the holy name of Krishna. Narad Muni is saying it, but different Puranas are saying it. Chandogya Upanishad is saying it. Kali Santana Upanishad is saying it. So everything points to that one particular mantra for Kali Yuga. This is it. That's the Yuga Dharma.
Okay, understood. I mean, there are a lot of information coming from, so that's why I'm a bit confused on this. So that's why question arises.
So
Thanks
simplify
for
your life. Simplify your life. People say is not the way to learn things. What Krishna says is the way to learn things. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Krishna in Kali Yuga. In Srimad Bhagavatam and 21 other scriptures described Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name, his mother's name, his place of appearance, his time of appearance, the river Ganga next to which he would appear, how long he would do his grihastha pastimes, how long he would do his sannyas pastimes, detail after detail after detail were predicted about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he appeared and he did exactly what was given in the revealed scriptures. That incarnation of Krishna has said in Kali Yuga, there is only one thing to do. And that one aspect is chanting of the holy name of Krishna. There is nothing else. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he got initiated by his guru, after that he completely changed. Before that he was Nimai Pandit. He would always defeat people with arguments. But as soon as he got initiated from Gaya, he came back crying, chanting Krishna's holy name. And he said, my guru has said, I'm not very intelligent to read the scriptures and do all these word jugglery. All I'm good for is chanting the holy name. So that's what I will do. And I'll give this chanting of the holy name to all of you. And that's what we follow. So yes, chanting of the holy name is the yoga dharma. Specifically, Hare Krishna Mahamantra leads to Goloka. Golokera Premadhana, Harinam Sankirtan. Yes. Anything else, Sean?
No. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Simplify your life. As Hindus, we have the burden of all kinds of ideas and all kinds of mixtures. 33 million demigods and millions of scriptures. So it's very easy when we have such rich heritage and culture, we can get lost at, So that's why Krishna is very kind. He came personally and he sent his pure devotees. He gave scriptures, Guru Sadhu Shastra, through which we know what to do. So let's do that. Let's chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and slowly purify ourselves and go back to Krishna's planet when we are done with this body. I'll end it here today. I have to catch a flight. So sorry, I'm cutting off early, but I'll see you next Friday. Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Have a good night. See you next Friday. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.